This gangster with Mr. Fish, keeper of the dead man's Bible, where all the rules of society are thrown, tossed and washed away. Okay, as I told you, we're going to be doing a new series now, so we're not in our suits, we're coming out into the streets, out into the terrain, okay, and we're going to do about violence, blood, gore, shooting, stabbing, the whole lot. And the reason I'm sitting on a bus now is because I need to tell everyone that anyone can be a psychopath. It don't matter who's on the bus, who's amongst you, where you are, it's all about the street, yeah? Because that is where it all takes place on the street, and that's why I'm on a bus, because when you're in that game, yeah, when you're in the game, the idea of the game is to fit in, not to fit out, okay? So sometimes you don't want to be on motorbikes and cars under our bowl. You need to be London Transport. You need to be invisible. You need to be, it's all about the street. Public transport, to fit in, get amongst there, stay invisible. Even with CCTV, none of it's an issue. Because on the day of the actual event, you will only wear clothes that you have never been seen in before, never worn before. And remember, everything you wear will be thrown away. Everything you wear, rings, gold, jewelry, watches, whatever you wear on the job is thrown away, alright? So, it's a crash. So, we're on a new series today. The first thing you have to remember, yeah, when someone comes to you, the first thing is, how does somebody know what you're about? How does somebody know how to come to you? And the way that is, when you're in the game, as you grow through the ranks and get higher and higher, then you get a good reputation, a good name, yeah. And as your name grows up through the rank, and you get more noticed by the Mr. Biggs, then people bandy your name about, oh, I've got a fellow who's good at this, a fellow who's good at that. And remember, in the old days, we all had our trade. So my trade has always been the controller, but then we're old school villains. Old school villains are a bit different. We were jack of all trades, you know. We were versatile. So the first thing is you get the name, and now with your name must come a couple of things. It has to come trust, got to come loyalty, and it's got to come keep your mouth shut when the handcuffs are on. That is the #1 gold standard of the game. Loyalty, trust, keep your mouth shut when the handcuffs are on. That will decide how long you stay in the game and how long you don't. You understand? Okay, and that's what a good soldier must always do, a good gangster or villain. You always got to understand where the game is going to take you. So you got to understand how much prison sentence you're going to get, how big a prison sentence. Yeah, these are all the things that are important that a lot of people fail to realise. Yeah, they fail to realise. They don't realise. When you're playing with guns, you have to know that sentence could be 15, 10, 25 years. There's no point touching something or playing with something if you don't understand the consequences of what you're playing with, okay? Now, so that's the first thing. So the first and absolute most important thing is never work with anyone that's not from your circle, yeah? If someone's not from your circle, we don't introduce them. And the reason is because you don't know who people are. So if you're going to work with people, always work with people that you know where their family are and who else. That way you get protected. That way you have some insurance. But there've been many of my mates who have worked with foreigners or people that are not from here. And as soon as the job's gone wrong, the foreigners grass them and then go back to their country, and then you're left carrying a 30-year sentence, you know what I mean? So you know, you've got to be really careful. Yeah. So the first thing is, you know, when you're making your name up in the game, that's the first thing. Making sure that your name is staunch, your name is proper. Making sure that you you move quick. You know what I'm saying? Always move quick. That's the game, yeah. And now, when someone approaches you, as I said, you've got to know what he's about. Is he an idiot? Is he ringing you for everything? You know what I mean? Yeah? Does he think you're the 6 emergency service, yeah? You know what I mean? Like, after the AA, and is he calling you out for a flat tyre? Rather than when the car's been smashed and cracked the front. You understand what I'm saying? Like, some people think they can call you at every women money. Oh, mate, leave us out, drop us out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? We're not into that. We're not here for flat tyres. You know what I mean? Or broken down. You know, when the car's written off is when we come. When the car has nearly been written off and fatalities are about to be and apparently could happen. So it's very important. Yeah. So now, next thing, so you have to also judge the caliber of the person who brings you, yeah, who brings the work. This is very important. Because if he's an arsehole, he's an idiot, then the work he's bringing is an arsehole. And I've had it. I've had idiots and arseholes all tell you bollock, talk shit. Don't do this, do that. You go there, you do all the work, it's all for nothing. It just shows you what kind of people they are. Monks, but they come across like they ain't. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, crash. So you have to know, you've got to know your circle, understand what your circle is about. You got to know all the people, and also people in your circle, your people got to know what you're about. So, are you a loose cannon? Like, will you know, if you get up with them, will you turn your attention and do them? Because that's another thing. Yeah, I've seen people, they play Johnny Bad Boy. And then their mates back go and do, you've got to go and do them, you know what I mean? Because, you know, they're saying bad things about you, or trying to mug you off. You've got to go and do them. And for me, I have no issue with that. If someone's going to make a start, mate, if I've got to do you, I'll do you. It's not an issue, you know? This is what I'm saying. But I always try my best that I don't have to do you. Because where I live, yeah, there are good psychopaths and bad psychopaths. Even Andy McNabb acknowledged that, the SAS writer. But, as I said, you know, I'm Psychopaths Anonymous. Yeah, key for the dead man's Bible. So all the rules of it. But there are rules. All the rules of society. Notice the word I said society. I've thrown tossed one. But there are rules. And we have to have them rules to keep us, not just to keep us sane, but also to keep us on this side of the wall. There are many people like Sykes out there, all now doing 40, 50, some people natural life because they're just lunatics, loose cannons, but they didn't control it, you know? They didn't do the deployment, the brief, you know what I'm saying? So crash, yeah. So that's where the game is very important, that you know, yeah, who you're dealing, yeah. So if the information now, once you get that information, you have to decide what you're gonna do with the information. Very important, yeah, because the information is the only thing, sir. Thank you. The information, yeah, is the only thing you've got to work on, yeah. Yeah, information. It's the only thing you gotta work on, yeah? Information, yeah? You don't work on information properly. What happens is, you get shit information, you're gonna get a shit job. And that's why it's very important that people understand what you're about and you understand what they're about. Because, you know, one of the most funniest things is, yeah, when someone brings that information, you gotta remember, when you act on that information, yeah, you have to remember, yeah, you gotta remember, yeah, that information, yeah, could cost you 15 years, could get you shot. You know what I mean? That's what people hear. You might not come home from that bit of work. You understand what I'm saying? Depending on what the bit of work is. Yeah? Very important. You got to understand, every single bit of work you get, it's different. It's different. It comes up different. Yeah? Every single bit. It's always different. No matter, every job's different. No two jobs are the same. Sometimes you might be lucky, but it's a rarity in the game. A very rare. And Crash, you know, so you take, for me, psych. We've always took on all the jobs. No job was really too small. No job was too big. It never mattered to us. But the first thing we had to do, and the first thing we always have to do, always, is go and check out the terrain. That is the most important thing. You've got to check out the terrain. Very important. You've got to check out the area, what you're going to do the job in. You've got to understand the area, the demographics, the logistics, the people. You understand all these things before you even attempt to plan the mission, because all these things are part of the planning. They're all part of the you know, they're part of the seriousness. Yeah. So you know, as I said to people, yeah, it's all part of the planning. It's all, look, you see the planning, yeah. It's funny when you're like psyched, like me, Mr. Fish. It's funny when you're like us, because we have to do everything. So, you know, Fisher meet you, Fisher greet you, Fisher look after, you know, Fisher go, but Sykes. So Fish will decide, you know, what job we're going to undertake. Yeah, Fish will decide the planning. Fish will decide who we need. Fish will decide what Sykes is going to have to do. What will he have to bring with him? What level of threat are we dealing with? These are the things that people in the game, some people don't understand. Yeah, it's a horrible game. It's a nasty game. Yeah, it's a game where you know, I said, violence, blood, getting hurt, pain are all nothing to you. Wowee, I walk around the park. This is what people, yeah, they gotta understand the evil side, the dark side, yeah, the fucking mother side, you know what I'm saying? They gotta see it, man, yeah, when they gotta see the side where we're hurt, everything you've ever loved, seen, heard and touched, everything. These are the sides that we live with, that we're going to war with now, yeah? That's what makes you different from the rest, you know? That's what makes you different from the rest. You know, mate, mate, you can't be scared of blood. You can't be scared of blood. Either your blood or their blood can't scare you. You can't be scared to kill people. You can't be scared. If that's it, that's it. If they're gonna kill you, they're gonna kill. That's life. Understand the realities of the game, yeah? Yeah. So, when you're architecting, you're not just architecting, yeah? You're not just architecting for yourself. You're listen, as I told you in the laugh and jokes and suits and boots, yeah? I fucking told you, yeah? First priority is to get people fucking home. That's it, yeah? That's the first priority, yeah? And we don't care what we have to do, by whatever means we have to do it. we will fucking do it. You understand? That's what you want to see, we'll show you. You want to see dark souls, we'll show you dark souls. But we're masters of the dark, but souls of the light. But don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. Just like the SAS, just like the Secret Services, just like the SBS, mate, we're on it. And with us, we are the worst soldiers. You see, so like us, yeah, we're all self-taught, yeah, self-taught. So no one didn't tell us to get up at 5 in the morning and go running. No one didn't tell us to get on the trees to train. No one didn't shout us left, right, left, right. No one barking on it. It was just our choice. You get me? And that's what I'm telling you when I say pain became my friend. Look at the face, look. The pain. It's pain, hurt, sadness. Yeah, that's what people don't realise. When they see the suit, the top hat, the laugh, the smile, they don't understand the pain, the hurt, the evil. It's there, it's there. But we don't like to show it. And these are the things that the architect, the planner, everything is in the planner's hands. Everything. He is the one. He's the one who's gonna make the decisions. He's the one who's gonna bring the crew. He's the one that is gonna try and understand the level of violence, if anybody, the level of control that is gonna have to be done on that job. He's the one that's gonna have to understand the CCTV. He's gonna have to understand the fitting in, the demographics. He's got to understand he has got to make sure he gets the boys home safe. That's it. That's it. And that's why this series isn't about laughing and fucking joking. This series is about being evil, being harmful, right? Protecting, hurting, taking licks, being stabbed, shot. That's what this is about. Yeah? Everybody, yeah, Mr. Fish, yeah. Mate, let me tell you, it took a lot to get here. It takes fucking balls. Because you remember, when you're taking on whatever you're taking on, you're not just taking on a job. You're taking on the CSI. You're taking on the police. You're taking on MI5, the National Crime Organizer. You're taking on all these systems. Yeah. And then you've got to take on the other side. Whether they got gangs, whether they got guns, whether they got knives. You've got to do it. Yeah? Whether they're a big family or not a big family. Listen, let me tell you something. Everyone always thinks family's a game. Let me tell you, that ain't game. Mate, the government are the biggest family in the world. They take you out in fucking seconds. MI5, MI6, come on, nigga. They're in the game. They're a family. Don't ever forget that. And them families, yeah, are what we learn from or try to with the little information they're allowed to filter through. That's what people don't realise, yeah? You got to put people in body bag, baby body bag got to put you in a bit. You understand? You got to remember when you're letting off, are you letting off to kill or are you letting off to keep him wounded? This is what I'm saying. And these are the things people don't understand. And the planner, he has to get all this right. And then he also got to take into account, he has to take anything, he's got to take into account pitfalls. So something that might go wrong. Yeah? So that's when I say the word damage limitation, yeah? Damage limitation. Let me tell you something, yeah? Damage limitation, mate. Mate, you gotta know, damage limitation could still be a life sentence. Damage limitation, yeah? Mate, could be you having to die, yeah? That's damage limitation, yeah? That's what people don't understand about this game. They see you in the suit, the laugh, the joke. Mate, yeah? Nah, yeah, that's me. Don't get me wrong, but now I'm going to show you the dark side. The other side, the side you're not supposed to see. Yeah? Okay? The side that, if you were sitting down, I was to talk, you'd shit your fucking self. You know what I mean? You wouldn't come near me, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, that side. The side where the other people want to keep you in prison for the rest of your life and shoot you or take you out of the public domain. That side. The side you don't see. And that's the side we're dealing with now. Alright? Crash. So, I'm just giving you a taste of what's to come. I'm going to give you a taste. What's it like? What's it like to have to pull out a gun and shoot someone? Who calls that shot? How is that shot made? Yeah? What's the build-up? How do you decide that you're going to need a gun? You know when you decide you're going to need a gun? It's when the information you're given and they're telling you, listen, Sykes, yeah? Listen, mate, Fish, yeah? Akita brought this job to me today. This is what yeah? But I don't want to do it now. When a guy comes to you, yeah, who's in the game, and you know this guy's got quite a good standing, when he comes to you, yeah, and tells you, I've got a job, but I'm scared to do it, already, you know, because of his family, comebacks, already you know that job is toxic. That top is on fire. You know what I mean? Yeah? Especially if you know the guy who's giving you this job has got a good reputation. Yeah? Yeah? A good reputation. So you have to be careful. Yeah? You have to be fucking careful, mate. So, when that guy says to you, listen, mate, I don't want to do this job, yeah? Someone brought a job to me, but I don't want to do this job, yeah? Because they're going to put your family through a tree shredder, yeah? That's when, yeah? That's when, yeah? That's when, yeah? That's when you fucking know that this fucking job is important. That's when you know. That's when you fucking know. You understand? That's when you go, all right, let's do it. And that was the thing with us, yeah? We never had no fucking fear. We're not on that pussy business. We will do whatever we have to do regardless of what's in point of us. If it's MP5 being pointed at us, we will take the necessary action to stay alive. If it's shotguns and whatever, we'll take it. We'll do it. We're not fit. Yeah? But you gotta know. You have to fucking know. You gotta know if other people carrying, you gotta know. You gotta make your threat bigger than theirs. You gotta make yours bigger. You gotta let them know you don't give a fuck. You don't care. You gotta know. You gotta let them know. Let's fucking do it. You gotta have balls, and that's the problem. But balls. You gotta have fucking balls. Gotta have fucking balls, man. And that's why I told you. It's a lonely world. It's a lonely world. Don't worry about all the suits, the smiles, the give. Listen, when you're alone, isolation, sitting in the cold, in the raw, yeah? When you're marching 3 hours in a vest, when you're in the rain, training on the field. That's what people don't realise. It's a lonely world, evil, hurt, cold, pain. Understand what it's about. And when that guy brings you that job, you guys, when you know the other people involved in that job, yeah, when you know that those people too, yeah, when you know that they too are carrying, you know, mate, you got balls. You got. How do you let off before them? You know, daytime. What time of the day is it? Is it night? Can we get away under the cover of darkness? Is it daylight? Do we have to get away fitting into crowd, wearing different uniforms, different clothes? You understand? That's what people don't understand. That's what people don't understand. That's what they don't understand. Listen, it's not a fucking game. Even though I call it the game. It is a game, but mate, it's one of the deadliest fucking games you can play. You know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta know, man. You have to fucking know what the game's about. You know? And then you gotta pull your crew, yeah? You have to pull your team. So ready. So Mr. Fish, he does the thinking. He does the planning. He does the reading. He does the listening. He does the thinking. These are the things that go. And then you have to have about 3 personalities. And then Sykes. Fish will decide what Sykes, and what Sykes needs to do here. We need to understand what caliber, what he needs to take, what weapons, what tools, what was needed for each job. And so let's start with the Great Tranny Robbery. Now, the Great Tranny Robbery, it was brought to me by somebody whose dad was very, very big in the game. His dad was very big in the game. And because his dad was very big in the game, when this guy approached me to do them, I thought, well, if his dad's big in the game, this kid might have some credibility. You know what I'm saying? He might have some credibility. So he came to me and he said, look, Fish, I've got a job worth 200 grand. All right. Now, the problem is, as I said to you earlier, it's okay being approached. It's okay. It's okay someone to say this, but you still have to. This is what I'm saying. You mustn't let money be your God. Money cannot be your God in this. Yeah, it could serve a purpose, but it can't be your God. Money can't. And so when he bought this job, he said it was in Kensington, Chelsea. And what a lot of you might not know, Kensington, Chelsea is the richest borough in London. And what you have to understand is, Crash, this job was in the middle of 3 police stations, and that is where we got the orgasm. That is where we got the orgasm, yeah. That is where we got the orgasm. That is where, like we dropped a knee, It's in the middle of 3 fucking police stations, yeah? It's in the middle of 3 police stations, And that was why I got the orgasm. The orgasm was, okay, 3 police stations, let's get it on, That was the power. That was the glory, So, Crash, I took it on for that reason, I took it on, to commit a crime and get away with it. In the middle of 3 police stations, you couldn't ask for more. But, it's also the richest borough. So now, when that job came, it wasn't an easy job. The first thing we had to do, it's all right. The first thing you had to do was go into the area and find out what you're doing. Yeah, like what you're dealing with, what the areas, the security, cameras, alarms, security guard, personnel. Non-personnel who are fit and might jump in. All these things have to be taken into consideration, mate. You can't just jump in, yeah? And that, remember I told you, that's why I had to go in a pink hat and I said a silly shot to look like an absolute CUNT, yeah? Yeah? And everyone was laughing at me as I'm walking. That's what we wanted. You got to let people laugh. You want them to laugh. You want them to think you're a CUNT. That's what we want. And when we went in to the reception area of that town hall, the security laughed, and the reception all laughed. They did everything what we calculated for them to do, and that's very important. Yeah, that you don't give the game away before the games began. You know what I'm saying? Crash. Right. So we're in the reception. Yeah. Ooh. It's 2 security, 2 reception. They're all laughing at you, thinking, have a look at this Coco the Clown. Yeah. The camera sees it, and you gotta decide, is it on or is it off? Crash!